Hi everyone and welcome to this Yin Yoga bedtime routine. This class is suitable for beginners and you don't need any props. The focus is just to help you to unwind, relax and stretch before bedtime. So if you're ready to begin, we're going to start with 4-8 breathing. We'll do that just from any seated position, whatever feels best for you. To sit on the mat, you can get into that position. 4-8 breathing is quite a simple breathing technique and it's really effective at calming the mind and releasing any stress or tension from the body. So we're just going to breathe in for the count of 4 and then breathe out for the count of 8. If you can, breathe in and out through your nostrils. And as you're breathing in, try to fill up your belly first, then your chest, and then your throat. And as you're breathing out, try to empty your belly first, then empty your chest, and then empty your throat. So once you feel ready to begin, you might close your eyes or just soften your gaze. Lengthen up through your spine. Relax your shoulders, loosen your jaw, and breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, and keep going for the next few rounds at your own count, breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 8. Now the next time that you have exhaled, you can return to a normal breathing pattern. And if your eyes are closed, you can slowly open them up again. Now we'll move into our first Yin Yoga pose, which is Swan pose. So you can make your way towards all fours. This way. And when you're there, we're going to bring our right knee forward. So first of all, being really mindful of this right knee, making sure we're not creating any pain or any discomfort. And if it feels good for you, you can start to walk your back knee back slightly. Your back foot can stay tucked, or you can have the top of the foot on the floor, whatever feels best here. Now we're going to stay in Swan pose for 3 minutes in total. So first of all, just making sure we're coming to that appropriate depth, that we're not going too far, not creating any pain or discomfort. And we want to try keep our hips square to the front of the mat. So just be conscious not to sit or lean too much over into this right hip. And then find your breath. Commit to a few moments of stillness here. And you're welcome to stay here in Swan pose, or we can go a little bit deeper by coming into Sleeping Swan. Slowly leaning forward, coming to rest onto the forearms. Head can drop towards the mat, or your head might even drop onto your hands. They can create a little pillow for your swan to sleep on. Now, if this pose feels a little bit too intense or a little bit too deep, you can very gently pull your feet towards each other as though there are magnets in your feet. And that will help to take a little bit of the pressure out of your hips. And here in Sleeping Swan, we're opening up the spine, stretching through the top of your back leg, your right glute, opening up your groin. So keep sending your breath into whatever sensations you're feeling the most. Each breath in is helping that area to open up and release. And each breath out is carrying tension out of your body. If you're in Sleeping Swan, you can start to slowly reverse out, making your way back towards Swan. And from here, we'll come back into Downward Facing Dog. So you can take your time to get there. Your hands might come forward. You can bring your back toes back onto the mat, lift your back knee, and then slowly step that right foot back. And we might just paddle the feet here, stretching all through the backs of your legs. And keep pushing yourself away from your hands so you can stretch through your shoulders and your back. And when you're ready, you can bring both knees back down onto the mat. And we'll repeat Swan on the left side this time. So your left knee mindfully comes forward. Your back knee might walk back. Hips are square to the front of the mat. And we're just pausing here, feeling whatever you feel. And if you're ready to come into Sleeping Swan, you can do so, keeping your hips square and just folding forward, making your pillow. And once again, saying hello to all of the sensations you're feeling within your body on this side. Figuring out where your breath is needed the most and keep sending it in there. Now we'll slowly start to come out of the pose, just taking your time, eventually coming back into downward dog. And when you're there, stretching through the backs of your legs. And then when you're ready, you can drop both knees onto the mat. Come to sit on your heels, and from here we'll come into child's pose. So your knees can be together or they can be wider apart, whatever works best for you. The forehead is going to come down onto the mat in front of us, but if it doesn't quite make it there, you can always stack your hands on top of each other, creating a little platform to bridge that gap. And if you're not using your hands, they can come to rest next to your feet with the palms facing up. And we'll be here in child's pose for 1 minute. When you're ready to release child's pose, you can bring your fingertips back to the mat and then use a breath in to slowly push yourself back up. And from here, we'll move to the back of the body, so you can take your time getting there, but you can slowly come down onto the back when you're ready. And from here, we're coming into a reclined twist. So you can start by bringing your arms out wide, left to right. Palms are facing down and the hands are gently pressing into the floor. Now both knees can come towards the chest. Lift your tailbone up and drop both knees over towards the left. Now you might stack your hips on top of each other here if you can, so your right hip comes over the left. And And we want to make sure that both of our shoulders are still connected to the floor. So keep an eye on this right shoulder, especially make sure it's still connected. And if it's not, you might just reverse out of your twist a little bit to help keep it down. You can go a little bit deeper into this pose by looking over towards your right hand. We're going to be here for 3 minutes in total. So feel free to adjust if you need to. But once you've found that appropriate depth for this pose, just stay there, commit to stillness. This pose is gently twisting the spine, helping not only to create flexibility within the spine, but also to release any tension that it might be holding. You're also helping to release your lower back and your hips, and you're giving all your internal organs a massage here. So if your awareness gets carried away, just try to bring it back into your body. Connect to your breath and connect to all of these micro sensations that you're feeling. Now it's time for us to slowly transition to the other side. So take your time getting there. Bring your knees back to center. And once again, knees come towards the chest, tailbone lifts slightly, and then you can drop both knees over to the right. This time, maybe stacking your left hip over the right hip. Keep both shoulders down. And to go a little bit deeper, you can look to the left. And we're here for 3 more minutes. Bringing equilibrium back into your body and into your mind. Now it's time for us to slowly reverse out of this twist. You might just rest your knees against each other here. If you need to release your lower back, you can hug your knees towards your chest. Or you might just be ready to come into corpse pose by sending your legs long on the mat. Have your feet and hands wide apart from each other and your palms facing up. And we're going to spend the last 3 minutes of our practice in corpse pose. And this is where your body can completely relax. It can absorb all of the benefits of the poses you've practiced. Allow all of your muscles to drop into the earth. Feel your entire body growing heavier and heavier. Nothing to do, nothing to be, and nothing to become. You can start to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Moving or stretching, whatever way you're craving. And when you're ready, you can come back into a seat on your mat. And once you're there, we'll just end this practice by taking 3 more breaths together. So you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Sit tall, shoulders relaxed, jaw loose. Take a full breath in and a big breath out. And do that 2 more times. Thank you so much for joining me for this Bedtime Yin. I hope you found it beneficial. If you did, please leave this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. I have lots more Bedtime Yin and Yin Yoga practices. I'd also love to hear your feedback or your experience below. If you have time, please leave a comment. So I'll see you again soon in another practice. But until then, take good care, good night, and goodbye.